Ever since Ashley Johnson from Critical Role introduced her new Wildfire Druid character, Fearne Calloway, there's been some major increase in interest for the subclass, and I'm happy to say it's one of the better options. So if you're interested in starting a forest fire, healing some folks, and have some destructive tendencies, here's a little depth on how they work. Before we get into this quick video, be sure to like and subscribe because we put out new episodes like this every week. And now onto the Wildfire Druid. A Wildfire Druid gets a little flaming buddy called a Wildfire Spirit. It can be a primal spirit, a beast form, or even a humanoid figure, so long as it's fiery. When you first gain the archetype at 2nd level, you form a mystical bond with a Wildfire Spirit, and you get to summon it as an action to a spot within 30 feet by expending a use of your Wild Shape feature. The Spirit's stat block is based off your stats and proficiency bonus, and advances in hit points and damage as you advance in Druid level. However, a Wildfire Druid's Wildfire Spirit isn't terribly strong as other summon spells go, and its strength at early levels is in a burst of fire damage when you summon it. Creatures other than you within 10 feet of your Wildfire Spirit when it's summoned take 2d6 fire damage, reflex save to have, and you can summon Wildfire Spirit up to 30 feet out. It can then keep popping up with bursts of fire damage using its fiery teleportation feature, making your fiery buddy a nice little source of damage output during levels 2 to 5. You'll want to change this strategy up once you hit 6th level though, as you can pick up an Enhanced Bond feature. Enhanced Bond adds 1d8 to the damage of fire spells you cast into any healing roll you make. Extra healing to healing spells and extra damage on things like Scorching Ray is absolutely incredible. The catch is that you only get these bonuses while your Wildfire Spirit is summoned. This creates a weird shifting core strategy for the Wildfire Druid. For levels 2 to 5, you'll want to use your Wildfire Spirit like a tiny sentient bomb, but once you hit 6th level, you should instead keep your Wildfire Spirit summoned constantly and do your best to keep the little flaming fellow safe. The explosion for summoning your Wildfire Spirit doesn't scale either, so I feel like this was an intentional progression in strategy the Wildfire Druid is meant to take. To round out the top end of the Wildfire Druid, we get Cauterized Flames at 10th level. This feature strangely causes spectral flames to linger on dead creatures upon death. Then when something steps over the dead creature, you can cause those primal flames, the creature's soul I suppose, to either heal the creature or do fire damage to them as a reaction. Again, the kicker here is that these flames only pop up if your wild spirit is nearby, again encouraging you to essentially have your Wildfire Spirit summoned and on you at all times. And finally, at 14th level, the Wildfire Druid gets the Blazing Revival feature that basically lets us pop back from 0 with half health in exchange for our Wildfire Spirit getting snuffed out, basically costing you another wild shape use. It's once per long rest, extremely good, and once again means you should have your Wildfire Spirit summoned at all times. With your class features, the Wildfire Druid can make a fair bid as a blaster caster. If you're interested in that sort of playstyle, consider taking the Warcaster, Elemental Adept, or Meta Magic Adept, or Magic Initiate feats to enhance your fire blasting methods. Putting this all together, the Wildfire Druid subclass is both damage and healing based, gaining powerful wildfire spells like Burning Hands and Flaming Sphere, while maintaining a consistent healing output. I know a lot of you probably think it's a weird choice that Fireball was removed from the original Unearthed Arcana version of this. However, I hope today's quick overview has shown you that the choice to do so has not hampered this Wildfire Druid's usefulness at all. I think my favorite Wildfire Druid I've run into in my travels was my friend's Lizardfolk character, Zysis. It seemed perfectly made for my friend's playstyle, and I'm kind of just a big fan of Lizardfolk Druids as a narrative concept, so yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Thank you guys so much for watching this quick video. I really appreciate it. Be sure to like and subscribe because we put out new episodes every week. And if you've created a Wildfire Druid character that you're proud of, I would love to read about them down in the comments. Thanks again for watching. My name's Patrick Ferguson from Skull Splitter Dice, and until next time, farewell.